One look, one sentence, one careless moment, and your entire day collapses. That sting in your chest? It's not just words. It's the echo of giving someone else power over your peace. But what if you stopped handing it over so easily? The Stoics never aimed to control the world. They aimed to master themselves within it. Their calm wasn't luck. It was trained. Pressure didn't vanish. They just stopped letting it dictate their state. Like Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." In this video, you'll learn how to embody true composure, not through pretending, but through practice. We'll walk through 7 Stoic disciplines that train your inner calm, sharpen your mind, and help you act from strength rather than reaction. Welcome to Stoic Philosophy Daily, where your story matters. Share your experience or your biggest struggle below. Every comment you leave is a gift. Here, your voice matters. We read with care, answer with heart, and treat your journey as part of our own. This is more than a channel. It's a circle of strength. If you're ready to stop reacting and start responding with clarity, comment below. I protect my peace from the inside out. Let's begin. 1. Master the nothing bothers me. Picture your mind as a fortress. Every day, the world tests its walls, disrespect, delays, insults, and small annoyances disguised as chaos. Most people crumble at the first knock because they were never taught to guard the gates. From childhood, we are conditioned to react. A comment equals emotion. A delay equals frustration. A look equals offense. Reaction becomes automatic, almost invisible. But not you. You're here to unlearn that reflex and build something different. The Stoics didn't teach numbness. They trained resistance at the source before emotion turns into action, before impulse hardens into habit. They understood that provocation only works when it finds an open door. A man who reacts instantly is like a bell. Anyone can strike it and make noise. A man who pauses becomes stone. Sound hits him, but nothing rings. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This wasn't philosophy for comfort. It was survival training. Every reaction broadcasts your weak points. It tells the world where to push next. But when you pause, breathe, and stay still, you take that map back. You force the moment to collapse under its own weight. Imagine this. Someone tries to humiliate you in public. Your nervous system surges, heart tightens. The old pattern wants to defend, explain, and explode. Instead, you stay composed. You look once. You say nothing. You walk away. The insult has nowhere to land. The crowd remembers your restraint, not their noise. The instigator is left grasping at air. That confusion is not accidental. It's the result of denied access. Try this. For the next 3 days, treat every irritation like a training weight. Each trigger is not an attack. It's a form of resistance. Pause. Ask, is this worth my power? Then visualize yourself moving through the moment untouched. Like a man crossing a busy marketplace with clear direction. Voices rise, drama pulls. You keep walking, calm eyes, steady breath. The body learns what the mind repeats. Slowly, the flinch disappears. This isn't cold detachment, it's anchored clarity. You stop reacting to noise and start responding to meaning. And when you fail, because you will, you don't spiral. You study it, you adjust, you return. Failure becomes data, not identity. That's the difference between the calm and the chaotic. One collapses inward, the other refines and moves forward. At Stoic Daily, we believe power begins the moment you stop giving it away. Drop in the comments. I protect my peace, not my ego. Where will you practice unshakable stillness this week? 2. Emotional detachment is strength. The strongest people don't panic when the ground shakes. While others explode, defend, or collapse, they pause. Not because they don't feel pressure, but because they've trained themselves to stay rooted while the storm passes. This is emotional detachment, not suppression, not coldness, but mastery at the source. Detachment begins the moment you stop letting every emotion take the wheel. Most people live like passengers in their own lives. Anger swerves the car, fear hits the brakes, doubt turns them back entirely. The Stoic sits in the driver's seat. Emotions still exist. They no longer decide the direction themselves. When someone tries to provoke you, raising their voice, questioning your worth, pulling you toward reaction, you face a quiet choice. Do you hand them the keys, or do you recognize that their power only exists if you agree to feel what they want you to feel? Detachment is that refusal, not dramatic, not loud, just firm. Most people crumble because they attach their identity to every outcome. A rude comment becomes a verdict. A setback becomes a collapse. However, the Stoics view emotions as fleeting, much like the weather. Fear passes, frustration rises and falls, loss arrives, then leaves behind information. None of it defines the man unless he lets it. Imagine losing everything that once made you feel secure, your status, income, and approval. From the outside, it looks like an ending. Inside, something else happens. You realize the one thing still untouched is your posture, your way of thinking, your ability to show up with clarity. That realization becomes an anchor, and from that anchor, rebuilding begins. Try this. The next time something provokes you, do nothing, not out of weakness, but out of control. Pause and name what you feel: anger, shame, fear. Then ask yourself, does this change my direction, or is it just noise? You'll notice a shift. The urge to react weakens. Space opens. In that space, your power returns. Detachment grows faster when your purpose is clear and well-defined. When you know where you're going, distractions lose leverage. You stop arguing. You stop explaining. Your energy naturally withdraws from drama and flows toward what matters. Attention becomes sacred, not scattered. This is not becoming robotic, it's becoming deliberate. You still feel deeply, but you choose selectively. Emotions serve your path instead of hijacking it. Over time, you become like a deeply rooted tree. Winds rage, storms test, but you remain steady because your roots are no longer shallow. At Stoic Daily, we believe emotional control is not about feeling less. It's about feeling more. It's about choosing better. Comment below. I stay rooted, not reactive. Where in your life will you practice detachment this week? 3. Mindful indifference is a superpower. Think about how much of your peace you've traded just to win the approval of people you don't even respect. One look, one comment, one moment of silence too long, and suddenly you spiral. Why? Because from the start, we were taught to care about everything, but caring about everything is the fastest way to lose yourself. We confuse reactivity with sincerity. The more emotional we are, the more real we think we seem. But the Stoics knew the opposite is true. The more you react, the more you reveal. The more you chase approval, the more you abandon yourself. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You always own the option of having no opinion, and in that option lies peace." Mindful indifference isn't apathy, it's clarity. It's the ability to say, "This doesn't move me because it doesn't matter." The world will constantly bait you: criticism, gossip, passive aggression, and silent expectations. And you have one job: not to bite. Try this. When someone throws a subtle insult or questions your worth, don't defend. Don't justify. Let silence do the work. Ask yourself, is this aligned with my values? Does my energy belong here? Most of the time, the answer is no, And that's your signal to walk away with composure. The more clearly you define what matters, your mission, your peace, your path, the less you get dragged by what doesn't. That's what makes this mindset a superpower. While others burn energy trying to be understood, you conserve it to stay aligned. While they perform, you remain. In a world addicted to noise, stillness stands out. Indifference, when rooted in values, becomes a shield. You stop flinching, you stop chasing, you stop explaining. And strangely, that's when people start to notice, not because you fought harder, but because you didn't need to fight at all. At Stoic Daily, we believe not everything deserves your energy. Master the art of walking away, with silence, with purpose, with power. Drop this in the comments. I don't chase approval, I choose alignment. 4. Criticism is not a threat, it's a mirror. Imagine walking through a hall of mirrors. Some show a distorted version of you. Shorter, wider, sharper. Others reflect you clearly. Now imagine reacting to every mirror without realizing which ones are real. That's how most people live when they face criticism. One remark, one raised eyebrow, one subtle jab, and their confidence collapses. But it's not the words that wound, it's the meaning we assign to them. Most criticism is just an opinion, and yet we wear it like a brand. We let it define us. The Stoics warned us long ago. It is not the things themselves that disturb us, but our judgments about them. When someone criticizes you, the real danger isn't their opinion. It's the story you begin telling yourself because of it. I must not be good enough. I must be failing. That's not the truth. That's fear in disguise. Try this. The next time you're criticized, pause. Ask, is this feedback or projection? Does this help me grow or hold me back? If it's wisdom, listen, apply it. If it's venom, let it slide. Not everything thrown at you deserves to stick. Think of yourself as a sculptor. You're carving a statue from stone. Some people walk by and offer guidance. Some throw rocks. Some mock what they don't understand. But you don't stop to explain. You keep sculpting. Their voices don't shape your hands. Your vision does. When you anchor yourself in inner conviction, external noise loses its volume. You don't need applause to keep moving. You don't panic when someone disapproves. You filter the signal from the noise. You refine. You rebuild. You remain. And here's the quiet truth. If no one ever criticizes you, you're probably not building anything real. Progress invites resistance. Creation invites doubt. But as long as you're rooted in your purpose, the storm cannot shake you. At Stoic Daily, we believe every critique is either a tool or a test. Use what sharpens you. Drop the rest. Comment, unshaken below if you're done letting strangers shape your self-worth. 5. Pressure doesn't break you, it reveals you. Picture steel being forged. It's not made in silence. It's shaped in fire and hammered, heated, and tested. That's pressure, and the way you respond to it reveals what you're made of. Some people crack, some freeze, but those who are grounded, they hold. Not because life is easy, but because they stopped expecting it to be. The Stoics taught us not to avoid the storm, but to train for it. Marcus Aurelius didn't wait for peace. He trained in battle. Seneca didn't wait for calm. He practiced in chaos. They understood this. Life won't ask if you're ready. It will just arrive. The real power lies in your rehearsal. Why do most people fall apart under pressure? Because deep down, they're still bargaining with reality. They carry a quiet hope that things will go smoothly, that life owes them ease. But that illusion sets them up for collapse. When resistance shows up, they panic. Not because they're weak, but because they're unprepared. But when you train your mind to expect friction, pressure loses its teeth. It stops being a surprise. It becomes the gym where your strength is put to the test. Think of a fighter who's rehearsed every blow in training. When the real fight starts, he doesn't freeze. His body remembers. His breath knows. His eyes stay clear. Try this. The next time something throws you off, someone snaps at you, a plan falls apart, a delay pushes your patience. Don't react. Pause. Breathe. Ask, what does this moment require from my principles? Not from my fear. Not from my ego. From my core. Your nervous system will want to flinch. That's normal, but every time you choose stillness over reaction, you teach your brain a new rhythm. Calm becomes familiar. With enough practice, composure becomes your new baseline. You stop depending on perfect conditions to stay grounded. You anchor from within, and the world begins to feel less threatening, not because it changed, but because you did. Pressure no longer becomes something to fear. It becomes a familiar rhythm, like the heartbeat of warriors steady under fire. And that's the person you're becoming. Not someone who hopes for comfort, but someone forged by discomfort. At Stoic Daily, we believe your calm is not an accident. It's a skill, one breath, one pause, one decision at a time. Comment, I stay calm under pressure, if this rule speaks to you. 6. Train your mind to stay calm, no matter what. The real battlefield has never been the world outside you. It's the space inside your own mind. Every thought you entertain either sharpens your strength or quietly erodes it. Doubt, fear, and frustration don't arrive to destroy you. They come to test whether you're trained or unprepared. Most people think mental strength shows up in a crisis. It doesn't. A crisis only reveals what you built in silence. When pressure hits, you don't rise to the moment. You fall back on your habits. That's why so many people react impulsively. They never trained the pause. They never practiced stillness when nothing was at stake. The Stoics understood this deeply. Inner calm is not the absence of hardship. It is the ability to navigate it. It's the ability to remain centered while hardship passes through you. And that ability is built the same way physical strength is built. Through repetition, resistance, discipline, not once, daily. Think of the mind like a muscle under load. Each small act of restraint adds tension. Holding your tongue when anger rises, getting up when comfort whispers, stay, following through when motivation disappears. These moments don't feel heroic, but they harden the mind. Brick by brick, they form a foundation that doesn't crack under pressure. Try this. When your emotions spike, don't try to suppress them. Observe them. Name them. Ask, is this reaction helping me become who I want to be? Then act from principle, not impulse. At first, it feels uncomfortable. That discomfort is training. Over time, calm stops being something you reach for. It becomes your default state. Detachment plays a quiet role here. Not detachment from life, but from outcomes. When you stop tying your peace to results, you reclaim your energy. You can care deeply without being controlled. You stay invested without being consumed. That's freedom. Discipline completes the system, the quiet kind, the kind no one applauds. Keeping promises to yourself. Showing up when it would be easier not to. Choosing focus over distraction. This is how trust in yourself is built. And once that trust is there, your calm becomes unshakable. When life tests you, and it will, you won't need to explain your composure. You won't need to defend it. You'll move through chaos steadily and clearly because you trained for it. At Stoic Daily, we believe calm is not a personality trait. It's a practice. Drop this in the comments. I train my mind daily. What is one small discipline you'll commit to today? 7. Master the art of moving in silence. Real strength rarely announces itself. It moves quietly with intent, leaving no noise behind. While others speak, explain, and perform, The truly powerful build. They understand something most people miss. The moment you talk too much about your plans, you invite interference. Attention turns into pressure. Validation becomes fuel, and your direction starts depending on other people's reactions. The Stoics viewed silence not as a sign of weakness, but as a form of leverage. When you act before you speak, your work stays pure, undisturbed, unpolluted by opinions. Progress thrives in privacy. Noise drains focus. Silence sharpens it. Think of someone building a house stone by stone. He doesn't stop after every brick to announce progress. He shows up daily, quietly, consistently, and one day, the structure stands. Not because it was discussed, but because it was constructed. That's the difference between performance and power. Most people overshare because they want reassurance. They explain because they fear doubt. They announce because they need momentum from outside themselves. But the need to be seen before you've built is a sign of insecurity, not confidence. True confidence waits. It lets results speak when words are no longer necessary. Try this. The next time you feel the urge to explain your goals, pause. Ask yourself, am I sharing to build or to be validated? If it's the second, stay silent. Let the work continue in private. Notice how your energy stays focused instead of scattered. Silence removes resistance before it can even form. Moving in silence also protects you. When people don't know your next move, they can't block it. When they can't predict your direction, they can't interfere. Even in conversation, the one who listens more than they speak holds the advantage. Observation sharpens judgment, reaction dulls it. This isn't secrecy for its own sake, it's selectivity. You share your process only with those who earn your trust. You invest more in becoming than in being noticed. Over time, that restraint builds something rare, a presence that feels grounded, unshakable, difficult to read, and even harder to stop. At Stoic Daily, we believe silence is not empty, it's strategic. Let your results do the speaking. Drop this in the comments. I move in silence. What part of your life are you ready to build without announcing? When quiet strength becomes your signature, there is a kind of power that never asks to be noticed, a type of respect that isn't demanded yet is always felt. It grows quietly through consistency, restraint, and the discipline to keep showing up long after the noise fades. In the end, those who rise are never the loudest voices in the room. They are the ones who kept building when no one was watching. While others chase attention, you've learned to chase mastery. While they focus on appearing successful, you've chosen the harder path of becoming it. That shift changes everything. The moment you stop seeking approval and start living from your center, your posture changes. You no longer explain yourself. You no longer rush to be understood. You don't flinch when you're misread. You don't collapse when you're doubted. That quiet certainty you carry begins to speak for you. People notice it in how you move, how you respond, how you remain composed when others unravel. They'll ask how you do it, and you won't need an answer because you became it. You didn't master this by talking about it. You built it in silence, through restraint, through repetition, through choosing discipline over drama, focus over noise, and presence over performance. That is what separates those who fade from those who endure. At Stoic Philosophy Daily, we believe calm is not passive. It's forged, it's earned, and it becomes your quiet advantage in every room you enter. If this message resonates with where you are or where you're headed, stay with us. Subscribe and continue to build this inner strength together. In the comments, write, "Stillness wins," because your calm is your power. And in the next chapter, we'll explore how that power becomes strategy.
If you're seeking more, discover the full path on my channel, Stoic Philosophy Daily.